Hey everybody, it's Jeff Mays. I've been talking about getting going again. Maybe if you had a start or a fail during the month of January or February when you were starting out to do something new. And we've talked about a number of things, but this week we've been kind of concentrating on the things you can do to get going mentally. Mentally is really a big part of what we do and how we do it. And there's something called paradigms. And we've talked about the last couple of days, the law of cause and effect, and the idea of attitude, that you've got to change your attitude and keep your attitude positive to get positive results. Well, today I wanted to talk about paradigms just for a minute because it's a big subject. But you got to think about paradigms as being your programming. It's the programming that we have from birth, in some cases from many years of heredity and generations of thought. And it's the things we learn from the people around us and the things that happen to us. Paradigms can really be looked at as a multitude of habits that we have, and the habits can be either good or bad. Most habits that we have are interesting, right? Because we may have a habit that we get up at a certain time in the morning, we do a certain thing for the first 5 or 10 minutes, doing our bathroom stuff and making our coffee and doing those things, and we probably don't even think about it. A habit can be that simple. But what you got to think about is the way the process works. Once we have a thought and we accept the thought into our mind, it goes into our subconscious. And our subconscious has a bunch of paradigms in it. And those paradigms then depend how they work and how they're set in there can really affect how you take action and how you feel about taking action. You may have a paradigm that says, hey, I'm just not going to do that. I don't care what you say. It's not going to go. Well, that happens quite often, and that may be what you've been up against recently if you're trying to change something. So changing those paradigms takes time. It doesn't happen overnight usually. Sometimes it can, but normally it takes some time, it takes some study, it takes some practice to make it happen. So what I would suggest is that as we go through more time here together, that you start to change your paradigms. You've got to have to do a little bit of study. So you might want to do that in a program. You might want to do that with a book, but find something that interests you. If you need some help with it, let me know. I can show you some things that I use. But I just wanted to make sure that you're not going to have to quit. You still can go. I know you can do it because I've done it, and I'm going to help you do it if you stick with me. This is Jeff Mays. I'm your success coach. See you tomorrow.